Video we are going to learn how we can create a GPT, what kind of instructions should be fed to the GPT. Then we'll run through an example, and then I'll tell you at the end 5 golden rules of using a GPT. So this is a GPT that I have created. Now I'll tell you how we can create a GPT ourselves. So here you can see an option of GPTs. Once you click on this option, you'll be able to see the GPTs which are created. Now to see the GPTs which are specifically created by you, you can click on my GPTs option, and to create a GPT you can click on the create option. Once you click on this create option, you'll be able to see the screen where you can create and configure a GPT. So to create and configure a GPT, you'll have to enter few simple things. Number one is name. You can enter the name that you want to give to the GPT, the description, what kind of work you want the GPT to do, then the instructions, the step-by-step instructions, that how the GPT will provide you the responses for the things that you are going to feed into the GPT. Then you can mention the conversation starters, that how you want the conversation starters to look like in the front. The rest of the things are not of our use, so we can skip this. Now I'll take you through the GPT that we have already created. Once you click on my GPTs, you'll be able to see the GPTs created by you. So here, when you click on edit GPT option, you'll be able to see the name that I have given to the GPT, description of it, and the instructions. So this GPT will act like a senior business analyst that is focused on generating structured feature documentation. Then we'll have to mention the goal, that what goal the GPT has to work on. So the goal here is to guide the user a step by step through feature discovery process and create a clean, complete and well formatted requirement document. Then we'll have to tell that what kind of step by step conversation flow has to be there. So the GPT will begin by saying a starter line here. Then it will ask the following questions one by one, where it has to wait for the responses before going to the next question. So here are a set of questions where which this is going to ask, where this will ask that what feature or process we are documenting, what is the main purpose of the feature, where we have to mention the purpose of it, then who owns the feature, then which modules does it impact, then a walk through of the typical workflow of a user journey that we can give it in 3 to 5 steps, then what are the key edge cases, then if there are any alerts or notifications for this feature. Then after collecting all the answers, it will compile the document in this structure, where there will be a title, table of contents, the vision history, feature overview and summary, business goal, the considerations, prerequisites and assumptions, scope that will be detailed and clear, workflow steps that this will provide in a detailed and clear manner, what are the user stories in a format where there will be an entry point, step by step user action, precondition, post condition, validation, and this will repeat this for all the user stories. Now the acceptance criteria that will be detailed and clear, the test cases which will be detailed and clear again, email and push notifications, then toast notifications, and the admin modules feature listings. Then in the bottom there is a mandatory footer that will be there in all the documents, where there is a point about auto withdrawal, feature flagging and prerequisites. So once you enter all the instructions and enter a conversation starter here, you'll have to save this here. Once you save it, your GPT is ready to work. Now when you click on this view GPT and click on the conversation starter, so this is a conversation starter. When you click on this will start asking the questions. Once I respond that I am ready to answer the questions, it will start asking the questions. So just to make it quick, I have already have the answers ready with me. So for the first question, what features or process are we documenting, we'll have to tell this GPT the exact feature and the process of it. So here I have already mentioned, I have already created an answer, so I'm filling it here. I'm giving a very brief, precise and to the point information to the GPT. So for this particular answer, I'm taking for this particular GPT, I'm taking an example of the affiliate feature that I have worked recently. So for this question, what features or process are we documenting, I'm answering along with the commission fee, sharing coming from derivatives, and spot the feature describes the updated profit sharing logic for affiliates, referral level 1, level 2 and master traders. Profit sharing from copy trading is now split among platform, affiliates and referrals. The structure is configurable from the admin panel. So once I answer this question, this will directly jump on to the next question, and this will ask the main purpose of this feature. So I'll tell this the main purpose of this feature. So the main purpose of this feature is to share the commission and master trader profit share with the affiliates, referrals, master traders and platform. So once I answer this, it will jump on to the next question, where it will question who owns this feature. So I'll enter the name of the team of the or the person who owns this feature. So since this is going to be for the product team, I'll enter the name of it. So once I do it, here comes the next question, where it will ask which modules does this feature impact. So now I'll tell the name of all the modules which are being impacted by this feature. So this feature impacts derivatives, copy trading, affiliate, referral, spot trading fee and profit sharing. Once I answer this, it will ask the next question. The next question is, can you walk me through the typical workflow of user journey in 3 to 5 steps? So now I'll tell this GPT the user journey in 3 to 5 steps. I'm telling this all the 5 steps. Please make sure to cover the complete user journey that is going to be there in the feature. More accurate you will be, the better output you will receive. So once I give the walkthrough of the user journey, it will ask the next question. Now it will ask the key edge cases. Key edge cases are something that we should never miss out, and we'll have to specifically tell all the key edge cases. Now once I enter the key edge cases and press enter, now it will come to the next question, where it will ask the alerts and notifications triggers. Now once I enter the alerts and notification triggers here, it will start compiling the structured documentation draft for us. So we have the title, we have the table of contents, we have the revision history, where we can see the author name, version, today's date. We need to mention the notes. Then we can see the feature overview and summary, where it describes the concised feature overview and summary. What is the business goal? What are the considerations, prerequisites and assumptions? We can update the heading as per our requirement. Then we can see the scope of it. Then we can see the workflow and steps. So the scope here covers in in bullet points. If we want, we can make it descriptive as well. In the workflow and steps, we can see the complete workflow in step-by-step process. Then we can see the user stories, where we can see the entry point, the step-by-step user action, what are the preconditions, what are the post conditions, and what are the validations. So accordingly, it will continue to write the other user stories, which the GPT thinks that there could be more user stories as well. Then we can see the acceptance criteria that is there in the point-wise manner. Then we can see the test cases. Then we can see the email and push notifications. So these email notifications are based on the structure that I have provided while creating the GPT. Now the toast notifications are simple in plain content. Now what kind of admin modules are going to be there? Then the mandatory footer that is there. Now this has given us a template which we can customize as per our requirement, as per our need. So there are few golden rules of using a GPT documentation assistant, which are: it's us that we need to provide the inputs and not the GPT. The GPT doesn't know our platform specific configurations, user roles or dependencies, so it's our responsibility to feed it with the accurate, complete inputs. That includes edge cases, entry points, and platform impacts. Second point is that it follows the predefined instructions and not contextual intelligence. So the GPT operates strictly based on the scripted flow and format that we have designed. It won't understand or assume any system logic unless we explicitly tell this in responses. Third point is that we need to think the GPT as formatting and structuring assistant and not a subject matter expert. So it takes our knowledge and turns it into clean, readable, and consistent documentation. Here you are the SME, not the GPT. Fourth point is, more context we provide, the better output we receive. So be as specific, as detailed as possible when answering the GPT sessions. Short and vague inputs will result in generic outputs that may require heavy rework. Always review and define before finalizing. So treat the generated document as first draft and make sure to double check system names, logics, language, and tailor it for stakeholders before sharing. So that's it for this GPT assistant from my side. If there are any queries, any questions, I would love to answer them. Thank you so much.